got a few things that I could talk about here. I got a whole bunch of knives from Odin Wolf at this point. They've sent me 4 knives. I just talked to them here a little while ago about something new that I can't discuss it right now. All I can say is that it's new, it's not a knife, and it's pretty cool. Uh, got the Odin Wolf W1, which you guys have seen me shoot this knife. Uh, I've been using all these knives since they sent them to me. Um, they work pretty good. There's nothing wrong with them. They're well made, for sure. Uh, Here, I gotta adjust something here. All messages. There we go. And then they sent me. Well, they sent me these. They sent me these 3 right off the bat, which was cool. Hey Zach, how's it going? The W1, which I just showed you guys. W2, which it's a little dirty, but then I got the W3 as well. They all have the same blade profile, but they all fit a little bit differently, and they all have different sheaths. This one's got a little fire starter, and it's got a sharpening stone in it. But the one that I was really excited about, I had a choice between 2 knives, and this was the knife that I wanted to buy, so I picked it right off the bat. Is the W flat, a little bit different blade profile. I got the stone wash finish on it, uh, just because I wanted to. The other ones I didn't have that. The one was just the black finish, and then the other 2 were just plain steel. And this has held up really well. There's not, I mean, the others have you've seen some little tiny rust spots on them. This doesn't have that. I've taken it out to Tuning to cut my bait several times at this point, and it's still razor sharp. But I'll probably be taking this one deer hunting with me this year, as opposed to the knives that I've made, which I usually take. How's everybody doing? We got a few people in here. That's good. We're just talking about some knives. You still do, but you used to too. What? Hunt? Or trap? That's another thing that's coming up I got to get ready for. I got to get all my traps ready. That's at the end of October. But I'm also officiating a wedding, so I got to get my paperwork in order for that. I I'm very knowledgeable about trapping. I'm not by any means like the best trapper out there or anything, but I trap fox. That's the first fox I ever caught, actually. Fisher. I trap raccoons, skunks. I do some muskrat and mink trapping. I trap a little bit of everything. But definitely fox and mink are my favorite, for sure. Hey Dipper, how's it going? I don't know. I'm in Pennsylvania, like the western side. I'm not very far from the Ohio line at all. I think it's like a 40-minute drive, and I'm in Ohio. My favorite fruit, apples. for sure. And then after that, it'd be berries, like blueberries, strawberries, things of that nature. Eastern PA. You guys have a lot of fox. You guys got a ton of them. You have way more fox than we do. We have coyotes too, but I'm not. I've only ever caught one. I'd like to find some coyotes to trap. But yeah, I got to get all that stuff ready. I got to paint traps. I have to make sure everything's tagged. I have basically all the stuff. Yeah, that's like kind of Erie. I'm like 45 minutes from Erie. That's definitely good hunting around here, for sure. I wish we had more grouse. I've only ever killed a few grouse in my life. I got 2 in Idaho, and I've killed 2 in Pennsylvania. But they're my favorite bird. They're just cool. I wish we had more of them. But I focus a lot of my trapping in grouse habitat, so you'd think eventually maybe things would improve. Some of those young grouse would survive. But there's an ungodly amount of raccoons and possums and skunks and everything right now. The populations are very strong. What do you like to hunt, Andrew? Do you hunt like everything, or you just like a deer hunter, or you got preferences? I would say that I'm a avid squirrel hunter. That's one of my favorite things. And then I don't know, probably deer. And then I like hunting fox too. That's fun. I'm not much of a deer hunter. I rifle hunt. I'm not an archer, so although I do enjoy I take handguns out. That's usually a good time. Do a lot of that. Actually, I suppose I could, if I'm going to sit here, may as well do something while I'm chatting with you guys. The W1, I've abused it some. If you guys watch the video on these knives, the W1, W2, and W3, I shot them with a 22, but that didn't really do much to them. I do intend to, I'm going to do a full review on this knife in the upcoming weeks, probably within a week or two. So if you guys are interested in a review of the Odin Wolf W flat knife, within a couple weeks, I'm going to probably post at least a 3 to 5 minute video on it. So you can look forward to that. We'll put it through the same tests as the other ones. I might shoot it. I might not. I don't know. But we'll baton through some wood with it and all that good stuff like we did with the other ones. And I think I still have some copper wire we can cut with it, just to show you that it can do that. Yep. I'm not the best with the sharpening stone. I'm still learning that. But I can get them pretty freaking sharp. I got a graduation party for my cousin I gotta go to today. What else? I might try and do some fishing here later. Go catch a smallmouth or a pike. Which, if I do go, I'm gonna film that. So you can look forward, if I catch anything, you can look forward to a video with the fish, I'm sure. Which I usually catch a few fish when I go to the spot I'm going to. It's a good place to go if you got a couple hours. Well, I could, I don't know, I guess chat it up with nobody. Oh, we got a few people in here. What's everybody looking forward to for this fall? Because there's lots of seasonings. Seasonings. Lots of seasons that are going to be opening up here real soon. Dove season's coming. That's one of my favorites, for sure. I look forward to that every year, and I buy a few decoys every year, and I'm getting to where I have a really decent sized spread. So hopefully we can call some doves in, get them to come into the decoys. Maybe I'll do it. I usually try to film that, but they're small and they're real fast, and it's hard to film them unless they're right on top of you, and then it's hard to get an accurate shot because you want your pattern to be fairly sizable just because of how small they are. But yeah, dove season's coming up, end of the month. Don't have a whole lot more time before it's here. I got to get shotgun shells for sure. At least a couple boxes just for that opening day. Which we can't hunt them on Sundays yet. No migratory birds just yet. Maybe next year we'll have some Sundays. We can do that, but I doubt it. Another thing that the state was talking about, there's somebody saying that they might try and get semi-automatic firearms for big game seasons in Pennsylvania. That'd be neat. Just looking over at my wall that I can't show on YouTube. It'd be neat to take the M1 Garand out deer hunting. You're so cute. I'm married. I can't wear my ring right now because I got a finger injury and it doesn't slide on, but I'm not interested. So, yeah, we got dove seasons coming up. Trapping season comes in after that. We'll trap hard for a few weeks probably. Then deer season rolls around. We'll do that. I got a doe tag this year, so we'll probably take the old 44 Magnum out with me. and we'll try and get a doe with that again. Worked out, well, it barely worked out last year. I had one come in pretty close range. I can imagine, because that video got a ton of people to subscribe. I can imagine if you're watching this, you've probably seen the video. Deer comes in, it's like maybe 50 yards, and I shoot over its back. A pretty terrible miss. It takes it bounds a couple times. I shoot again over its back at like 40 yards, and then it actually turns, comes towards me at like 30 yards, stops and like looks up at me. I take aim, I shoot, and I hit that thing right in the heart. It jumped and just fell over. If you're gonna miss, a clean miss is a good miss, but we don't like to miss. So I got to try to get my revolver to the gun shop so that we can get a rail put on that, and then I need a red dot because I don't want to have to deal with that again, and I didn't feel good about it. Or I could probably the 357 Magnum I'm much more accurate with. I wouldn't be afraid to shoot at a deer at 100 yards with that thing, but you got to use the appropriate bullets, and you got to hit them in the right spot. But that's like anything else, using a bow, rifle, anything. You got to hit them in the right spot. Then, well, actually, something else we could talk about is after deer season this year. I took a week off. I took a week off of work. Well, most of fisher season, I'm not going to be working. I'm allowed to catch one fisher. Or I'm allowed to harvest one fisher. So we're gonna. The way that I have this kind of planned out is there's a period of time between Christmas and New Year's that I don't have to go to work. I'm going to trap fishers around my home, hopefully get one during that time. And then after New Year's, there's a period where I took a week off of work. We're going to go over to like the Tynesta, Tityute area of Pennsylvania. The WMU is 2F, and we're going to try and catch a bobcat. And if I haven't caught my fisher by then, we'll set some fisher traps too. But yeah, fishers and bobcats. Well, a bobcat's the big goal this season. I'd like to finally catch a bobcat. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I haven't made up my mind if I catch one. I would like to get it mounted. That'd be cool, but I've been making hats, like fur hats. I got like 4 of them that I've made with different stuff, and a bobcat hat would be pretty cool. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I could get it tanned, like professionally tanned, not do it myself. That'd be another thing that I would potentially do, because I got, we got a few things here tanned and mounted and all different kinds of stuff. Those are the 2 fox, those 2 red fox. That's the first foxes I ever called in. And actually, the way that I have a video of it. The way that worked out is I was hunting raccoons on the edge of this cornfield, And at the end of the cornfield, it turned to pasture. So I'm walking the edge of this cornfield in the woods next to it, looking up in the trees for raccoons, and I didn't see any. I get out to the end of the pasture, and there's I see two sets of eyes doing this, bouncing. It was those two fox side by side right there, 80 yards out, and all I did, they stopped when they saw the light. They're looking at me, and I just went, and the one, it hung up out there at like 80 yards. The second one circled, tried to get downwind. So I aimed at the first one that had stopped, and I shot, and it ran 20 yards and keeled over. I kept on making that squeaking sound with my lips, and the second one, I walked a little further out because it had gotten behind a hill in the pasture, and when it came around the other side of that hill, it was like 30 yards. It was an easy shot. Put the crosshairs right between its eyes, pulled the trigger, and down it went. And that's how I got those two. The bear, that's from my Idaho trip that I mentioned earlier when I got the grouse. Got a couple grouse with a slingshot out there. The fisher, I caught that actually over in 2F, where I plan on going for my week off of work. And that gray fox, it's not a little one, that was caught at my childhood home. It was the first fox I ever caught. And I've only ever caught a handful of gray fox. We just don't have a lot of them. Then there's some other stuff here. I don't know. The black squirrel. Not the first one I ever got, but probably the nicest one. A little buck. Nothing crazy. I'm not much of a deer hunter, like I said. I fish more than hunt deer. I don't have my fish mounts here yet, or we could check some of those out. Which I gotta get those brought home. I got a largemouth bass, a black crappie, a yellow perch, a rainbow trout, a brown trout, a brook trout, a golden rainbow trout. I think that's it for fish. Yeah, I got all the trout, and yeah. And I have a buddy that's he makes replicas. He's doing a replica of a pike for me right now. He's been working on that for a bit. Sorry, had to check the baby monitor. He's taking a nap. Well, we're going to hang out here for like another 5 minutes or so, unless you guys want to have some conversation starters. Got lots of upcoming plans. Dove season, that's a big thing for me. But I'm gonna I'll go out the first day for sure. Probably get a couple. Nothing crazy. But after the first day, we're gonna wait until some of this corn dries up and gets taken off. Yeah, Zach, I don't really blame you. I don't really want to go back tomorrow either, but yeah, well, I don't know. And next weekend, I'd like to try and do some more fishing somewhere. I'm not sure where. I should try and go to Pymatuning one more time, or Lake Erie. That's where I should go. I should go up to Erie and fish the piers, or take the kayak out and fish Presque Isle Bay, because I haven't fished Erie. I fished it like twice, and I don't think I've caught a fish out of Erie yet this year. And I bought the stamp, and I need to go catch some fish. Go catch a big smallmouth or pike. A big pike would be nice. I haven't caught a pike. Well, actually, the past few fish I've caught were pike, but I haven't caught a big pike in a long time. By like 24 plus inches. I haven't caught a big one in a while. We lost that. I didn't have a video of it, but we lost a nice walleye up at Erie back in May. I had it all hooked up. I'm reeling it in, and it ended up coming off, which that sucked. I should go up there early morning and cast where I was casting. There's no way I'm going to catch a walleye doing that right now because they're all out in deep water. But there's probably some bass or something hanging out there now, especially if there's emerald shiners nearby. Or take the kayak out. I don't know. I've never kayaked any of that, Presque Isle Bay or Erie or any of that. Could kayak it and take the fish finder out. If it's not crazy with the waves, because that lake will kill you. It doesn't mess around. Lake Erie is not to be messed with. You got to be very careful. All year long, you got to be careful. Walk out on the ice, you got to be careful. You kayak it, you take a big boat out, you got to be careful. It's dangerous. It has killed a lot of people. But on that note, like I said, I'm going to get going here, I think. Unless you guys got something you want to discuss regarding any outdoor activities. Look forward to a review of this knife, the Odin Wolf W flat. Sorry, we'll look at that one more time. It's also going to be a review of their stonewash finish, because this is the first Odin Wolf knife that I have gotten that has the stonewash finish. So, real soon, look forward to a review on this knife. Like I said, if I go fishing tonight, you might see a video or two if I catch some fish. And maybe next weekend, if things are, it depends. If things permit it, I'm going to probably try and go fishing then too. Because I got to get trapping bait. I got to get a carp or something for some trapping bait. And I have to shoot some woodchucks for trapping bait too, so I'm going to be busy. Busy with that, busy with renovating the house. Going to be very busy. And busy at work. But we'll try and get some videos out on some cool whoa, almost got me, YouTube. Cool stuff. Oh, and my son just woke up, so you guys have a good one. I will see you guys later.